Let me show you in this video what I think is, in my opinion, the best form plugin in WordPress right now. Well, let me back off a little. It's not just a form plugin, it's actually the new release of Kadence Blocks. In this release, we have a form builder that works with Gutenberg, so with blocks, exactly like Shortcut, for instance, or even the plugin Spectra. So it's not the most full-featured form plugins out there in the market right now, obviously, but it's just the very beginning. And why do I love this plugin? Well, just because it's all within Gutenberg, it's all made of blocks. So let me show you this new feature, the forms with blocks, and alongside other features along minor improvements and such. So let me show you. Let's go onto my screen. So you can start with an existing one or create new form. So create new, then you have a few different templates. So let's start with just the contact template. Then you can choose the style. So you have basic, dark, in field, which is the labels you have within the field, just like you can see here. And you have the underline one, which is my favorite one. I think it's very modern, very neat, but you can pick the one you want. So let's go for underline, and then you can give it a title. And I'm going to show you in a moment why you can give it a title and a description. Then you can click on create, and that's it. You have a form which is all made of blocks. So if we go into the list view, just here, sorry, you have the list view, you have the form, and then it's all made from blocks, so Kadence blocks. So if you want to have different columns, it will use the row layout block. Then within you have the different sections and so on. And you have all the different fields, email, message, or the text field, and then the submit button. And you can add as many fields as you want, and it's all made from Gutenberg, as you can see. So if I click on the plus, you will have a sub menu like this with different tabs. You have all the standard fields. You have some, so you can find the checkbox and radio buttons, all the fields you already know, of course. Then you have the advanced fields, which are very, very interesting because you can now have the file upload field just here. So the file upload field will not work by uploading the file that the user wants to upload into your media library. It will put the file attached to the email you receive, you as the webmaster of the website. So you have the file upload here, time picker, date picker, and so on, hidden field. You have layout, so they put section, row layout, space divider, just for your convenience, so you can understand better how you can play around with the form. Obviously, you can just start from the plus here, the block inserter, and insert every blocks you want. And CAPTCHA or the submit button. So it means that if you go into anywhere into the form, you can browse all and you can insert everything they give you here as available. So you don't have every blocks possible. You have the basics. So if you want to put some text, for instance, and it's a title, so I am a title. We are right within the form, guys. So I think it's amazing because we have a lot more freedom now within the form. So you can put anything you want here from the block inserter, anything that's available for you. Then what's amazing also is that you can select any field you want and it will select the actual field so that you have the settings right here in general. So why do I say this? Because it was different previously, and I can show you how it was before this new form, because we still have the legacy form. If we type for form, sorry, not within, I mean outside of the form here, plus, and we type form, we have the advanced form, which is a new one, and you have the old one, so that we are absolutely sure it's backward compatible. So if I select form, and here I select any form you want, any field you want, sorry. As you can see, it doesn't select the actual setting panel of the field I select. So it's very, very frustrating. And here it doesn't work this way. We can select a field and we can go right into the setting of the selected field. You have many, many new features or improvements. You can just wander and see for yourself. For instance, here in default value, we have dynamic content. So it's only with Kadence Blocks Pro, but it will work with dynamic content. So for instance, if you have a logged in users, you will be able to put some default values like their email address, for instance, already filled out into the form if the user is logged in. If I publish this page and I quickly show you into the WordPress admin, you can go into Kadence Blocks and you will have the new menu called All Forms. All Forms is basically a custom post type, and you have all the forms here that you can, well, change, do some change, modify anything you want, and you can do this from here or from within the page itself, like we are doing now. It's basically the same. So its forms now are custom post type within Kadence Blocks, so it can be very, very useful, particularly when we will have the Pro version, because in the Pro version we will have dynamic content, we will have conditional fields, we will also have a Stripe integration. You will have many features that you can typically find into a form plugin. If you want to access all the general settings of a particular form, you can use the breadcrumb just beneath form to select the form, and into the form you will be able to have all the details here. For instance, the actions after submit. And for the typical actions, you still have email redirections and so on, different integrations, of course, with MailerLite, Fluent CRM, and more with the Pro version, like for instance also Webhook and Bravo, which was formerly known as Sendinblue, which is, I think, a French company. So yeah, very cool. So that's it, guys. You can find all the different panels just underneath, and it works the same way as previously. So I think for the rest of how things works, you already know, and it's very, very easy to get used to how things works if you're used to blocks. So for me right now, it will be my #1 solutions if I want to build forms, and I work with Gutenberg, obviously, because if I want to with Elementor, I would still use Elementor forms within Elementor Pro. But if I use Gutenberg and specifically Kadence Blocks, this form builder right now is the most advanced form builder with Gutenberg on the market. Very quickly, what else do we have in this new release of Kadence Blocks 3.1? We have new labels for blocks, so I should show you because it's very interesting. It makes the blocks from Kadence more searchable because of the labels. So now it's not advanced text, but it's text, and just after this, after text in brackets, we have advanced, because if you want to type text, previously it was called advanced text, the block, so you cannot find this block when you type text. So it was very frustrating, I think, for most of us. So they have changed the label for anything they can, buttons, text, gallery. So it's a lot better like this. We have also another minor improvement in the list view. You can now rename any blocks you want. So for instance, if you have a title blocks, so let's go for the text, advanced text. And I say I am a title. As you can see, we have the name of the title here within the list view. But also, if you want, same for the form, same for any other blocks, but we can do this here on the 3 dots. We can select rename, and in rename, I can go for a name, like name, and you can rename anything you want into the page, so you can have a better overview of the structure of the layout of the page. So I think it's very useful if you are a pro user of WordPress. Finally, we have a new block within Kadence Blocks, which is called the progress bar. So if I show you how the progress bar works, and I think right now it's probably a glitch, but it's supposed to be just like you see now. You have different kind of layout, and it's very, very common into blocks and into websites. So you can have different kind of layouts to show off numbers in a better, more visual fashion way than just writing regular numbers. So you have 3 different layouts, and now it works. Okay, and that's it. It's a progress bar block, so you can play around with the different settings, style, and so on. You know already all of that. This is a sneak peek of Kadence Blocks 3.1, which is available from the 1st of August. So it's already available to all of you guys, so you can try it now. It's completely free, especially for the form builder that I showed you. Well, it's completely free, so you can try, especially if you work with blocks and Gutenberg. I think you should give it a try just to see how it feels to work with forms within Gutenberg, because I think that's a new generation that's coming within WordPress and within Gutenberg, is to be able to build forms just within blocks. What do you think, guys, about this new changes within Kadence Blocks? Let me know into the comment section. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like this video to help me, to encourage me to do more content. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.